how an interview with a very young Serena Williams showed me that she has a real growth mindset and a willingness to learn. And it came from a very small incident, a very small episode. So things like that, I find I really enjoy crafting into relatable talks that
Yeah.
then allow the audience to say, well, how can I apply that to myself?
No, and that helps a great deal. That Serena Williams, I think you talk about it in one of your podcasts that she used a word in an
Mm.
interview while talking to you. Is that help
Hmm.
me out here? And the reason why I ask
Yeah.
you this is it helps us as individuals who have nothing to do with elite sports to know, oh, okay, even these guys have a human side to.
I think that's the beauty of it. I mean, we speak about empathy and we're always looking for empathy. Sometimes these sports stars can appear completely on a pedestal. They seem totally remote from us. But in their own way, they're not really that much different from us. They have their insecurities and they have their fears and, they have the needs that we all have. And with the Serena one, for example, I used to cover a little bit of tennis occasionally. And someone told me, oh, there's a big tennis tournament in Hong Kong, would you go and interview some of the stars? So Steffi Graf was there, Anna Kournikova was there, and they said these two young up and coming players, the Williams sisters, are going to be there. So I went along and I had a hotel session set up with all of the players. Steffi Graf was very charming, very media trained, didn't give anything away, just a slick professional interview. Kournikova, similarly, she was a very glamorous sort of person at that time, and so she gave an interview that didn't really give much away, but was charismatic. But when the two girls came in, they actually had a coach with them at the time. And the coach had actually spent some time in Beijing and he spoke some Mandarin. But we were in Hong Kong where they speak Cantonese. So just as we were setting up for the interview, they were chatting away, in the background about speaking Chinese. And, I happened to speak a little bit of Cantonese. So I sort of popped a couple of words in their direction saying, oh, yeah, but over here they say it like that. And so that was quite cute as an icebreaker, in terms of, oh, right, this is really interesting. And then the coach came and had a chat. Once we got the interview going, they were really cool, but we did them one by one. And when I was doing the Serena interview, not long into it, she was giving me an answer, and she used a word, and I can't actually remember what the word was, but it was a long word, but she used it appropriately, and it was in context. And before I could say anything else, she said, "Now, did that word work? Was that appropriate? Was that the right one?" And I said, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "Yeah, it was fine. I understood your answer." And she said, "Yeah, you see, I'm trying to pick up a new word every day. And I'm trying to, implement this whenever possible. I'm trying to expand my vocabulary and make it work." What I took from it was, firstly, she'd made an effort to make our interview better,
Yeah.
and she'd actually spoken with me rather than just giving me a robotic answer, and she'd sort of tried to enhance the engagement. But secondly, it demonstrated that she did have this growth mindset, this willingness to learn,